Fam, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. Can I get a roll tide inside the comment box? It is Sunday. It is March 2nd. This is the PM show, and I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Tomorrow is spring football, all right? What's your level of excitement for spring football on a scale of 1 to 10? Let me know inside the comment box. A lot to get into tonight. I'm still going to have my Monday show. I'll have the normal schedule show at 10 a.m. Central Time. If any news happens or if there are some things that we have to change around, we'll do that during this opening week for Alabama football practice. So just keep your head on the swivel as we get into spring football. But spring football starts tomorrow here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Today was absolutely beautiful. Tomorrow should be as well. Coach Keelon Russell enters year 2 for the Crimson Tide. I have a new kind of background, right? Some lighting. Thanks to my son, Caden. I appreciate it, man. Came in and hooked it up. So, got the fresh look. Feeling good. Feeling crisp. Chris, what's up, man? I appreciate you joining the evening show. Jonathan, what's going on? Brock, I see you inside the comment box. Alien, college football, what's up, man? Chris Johnson, man, I like the beard, man. Nice and thick. Beard life's a different life, right? And Brock inside the comment box. All right, so earlier today, as you saw, Alabama landed an offensive lineman or added an offensive lineman to its roster. It seems like Jaden Hobson is going to be more likely to be a walk-on type guy. Now, we haven't got the official word from Coach Keelon Russell or Alabama football or Yay Alabama or anything like that. But the skinny is he's from Tuscaloosa, went to Hillcrest High School, right? I love in-state guys. We talk about that, right? This guy's from Hillcrest. We like that. 6'5", 295 pounds. Now, in 2023, when he finished up at Hillcrest, he went out and committed to Mississippi State. And then from Mississippi State, he went to South Alabama. And then from South Alabama, according to AL.com, I guess he dropped out or, went into the workforce. And now he's enrolled at the University of Alabama. So as news comes in on Jaden Hobson, we'll keep you posted. But another lineman added to the roster, and I think one of the areas that we are watching is clearly the offensive line going into the spring season for the Crimson Tide, right? Specifically at the right tackle. I mean, we've talked about this a million different times. I mean, Alabama's offensive tackles need to improve specifically on the right side, and we're hoping that Wilcom Formby can be that guy that we hope he is, right? Because on the left side, you have Caden Proctor. Yeah, Wilcom Formby, I guess, on the right. Other guys to watch during spring football practice, Jackson Lloyd, right? Arquella Newgum, who came in from Ball State, and then Jaden Hobson, who is now on the roster. So it seems like he's a walk-on. I don't know that for sure. It's kind of just what it seems. But I love it. I mean, a couple years ago, I went to watch Hillcrest High School at Northridge play. Damn, I'm not kidding around. Hillcrest High School was absolutely fantastic, no doubt about it. All right, also in the news, did you see this? I know, look, I watched the game on Saturday. I'm sure you did too as well, right? Miss Careless, what's up? I see you inside the comment box as well. Joshua, what's going on? So Alabama lost a heartbreaker in Knoxville, right? After the loss, Nate Oates said, "It's on me. I should have called a timeout to prevent the 5-second violation." I couldn't believe this ending, right? 79-76. Alabama, the only team, I get it, look. A couple things on this. Number one, this schedule has been just absolutely insane, right? One quality team after the next, right? And get ready, because you have Florida and you have Auburn next. I don't care how they finish out the season. I just want them to survive the season, okay? So this was unacceptable, though, right? A 5-second violation. This is Little League type stuff, right? Youth basketball type stuff. What I do like about it is Nate Oates, and of course we've seen this before, he comes out and he's accountable for his actions. He said, "It's on me, should have called a timeout." I was absolutely certain that Alabama was going to win that game. I'll say this too. Alabama has been really the aggressor in pretty much the majority, 99% of their basketball games. The only team, and I have to be honest, that I felt was a better basketball team up and down than Alabama that I've seen this year. Tennessee wasn't one of them. Tennessee won the game. That was a hell of a shot. But the better team was Auburn. So far, that's the only team that I've seen that was like just better than Alabama, at least that it seemed like that. Anyways, you can't lose like that. The kid hit a hell of a shot, and Alabama loses 79-76. Alabama gets ready for Florida and then Auburn. And this is the thing about the basketball team, okay? There's one thing about having a great schedule and a quality schedule and a very challenging schedule that gets you ready. But this schedule, it's got to be exhausting. And guess what? They still have to play the SEC tournament and then get ready for, their run whenever it starts in March Madness. So, damn, I don't think the wheels are falling off with this basketball team. I just think that this has been one hell of a basketball schedule, the hardest that anybody has played. You're going to lose games, right, during that stretch. I don't know if they lose their next two. I'm not necessarily worried about that. I'm just worried about kind of the exhaustion that these guys are facing, considering that they're playing these elite teams in such a stretch. Anyways, that's all I have to say on Alabama basketball. You turn the page, they will take on Florida and Auburn on Saturday. Alabama football through Yay Alabama, its official collective, released the new jersey numbers. I love this. Look, they caught some crap for the graphics that they had during signing day. I didn't like those graphics. A lot of people were talking about them. I like this graphic that they had. Can't really see it, so I'm going to go full screen. So these are the new jersey numbers that some of these guys will be wearing for 2025. Okay, so I'm going to start up left, and I'm going to work my way across the entire board, right, until we're done with this, all right? So I'll go fast. Marshall Pritchett, he's an incoming freshman. He'll wear number 18. He's 6'6". He's a tight end. You got Draylon Washington, our Raging Cajun. He will wear number 20. You got Steven Boa, number 25. I like that. Luke Metz, who's a linebacker out of Georgia. He will wear number 26. A.K. Deer, 0. How do you guys? I like that. And remember, this is all live, so like when I'm reading stuff out, like I'm going for the hip. Okay, so just bear with me, give me some grace. But I feel that I get it done. Okay, so let's continue. We'll go back to the full screen monitor. Isaiah Horton will be wearing number 1. Jalen Mbakwe will switch from number 9 to number 3. Daniel Hill, 240 pounds at running back, out of Mississippi, will be wearing number 4. Number 30 will be Derek Meadows, an incoming wide receiver. Alex Oshbroff, a punter, will be wearing number 32. Abdul Sanders out of Los Angeles, a linebacker, will be wearing number 35. Blake Dowd will be wearing number 38. Number 5, Dejon Lee, checking in at 6'4", out of California, will be wearing number 5. And Jalen Hell will be wearing number 8, a wide receiver. Adam Lapello with the $25 super chat, man. What's up? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Justin Hill will be wearing number 8. Cam Calhoun will be wearing number 9. Nakai Hill Green will be wearing number 41. David Bird, 45. Jaden Hobson will be wearing number 48. We just spoke about him. You know what? He'll be wearing number 48. Pause right there. Is he more like a tight end or something like that? I have never seen an offensive tackle wear number 48. Is he going to be like Robbie Oots or something like that? Chance, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. Adam Apparel, we got to read his super chat out. In with the $25 spot. I appreciate it, man. Kyle, after watching Jalen Milroe at the Senior Bowl and Combine, I cannot believe Ty beat him out. That Ty couldn't beat him out. We may have a quarterback problem. Do you think Keelon Russell starts as a true freshman? Man, you're trying to start a war on the show. Look, all right. A couple things about Jalen Milroe. Okay. The first thing, it was crazy with his hands, right? First, they were small, and then they were like, they grew. Did you see this? Like over a month, his hands grew, right? I understand that. Okay. The Senior Bowl, things didn't go his way. I felt the regression continued. I was against him playing in the Senior Bowl. He had nothing to gain in that. And we went back and forth. I just felt he had nothing to gain. Okay. At the NFL Combine, I thought that's where he was going to flourish. Against air, the balls that he threw, they were dimes. Okay. The deep balls that he had, it was impressive. Again, it's on air. I get that. I can spin the rock. I'm not going to throw it like Jalen Milroe, but anyone against air can look good. All I'm saying is that's where he should have showcased, right, himself, is just the NFL Combine. I guess he'll run his 40 time, maybe at Alabama's Pro Day or whatever. Everybody knows he's fast. I have no idea how his hands got bigger. That was one of the craziest things that I've seen. Anyways, I think that after the NFL Combine, after the Reese Senior Bowl, stock was continuing to be down, okay? That was fact. I think he gained a little bit of momentum from the NFL Combine. Right. But anyways, Adam, I appreciate the super chat. And you're saying, look, I have no idea why Ty didn't play more. OK, there's all these tinfoil hat theories that say, well, it was Jalen Milroe's team. And if Jalen Milroe played, then, this and that. Hey, Josh Johnson with the 50 spot, man. Happy Sunday, fam. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I have to say one more time that we got a new setup. The lighting. My son came up here, Caden, and hooked me up. So I appreciate it, man. I'm feeling good. Good setup. So, look, the tinfoil hat theories, I have no idea. We're about to see Ty Simpson lead this football team. And if he can't get it done, then you have Keelon Russell or Austin Mack, right? I just watched a video interview with Keelon Russell. I have a couple things that I'd like to say about that here in a few minutes. Man, it was a fantastic interview, okay? So, yeah, and I did see what Robbie Oots said about Ty Simpson. He said, so Robbie Oots, who's one of my favorite players, he said that a lot of people haven't seen a skill set from Ty Simpson, and they're about to see it at some point in time. I thought it was a good quote. By the way, Robbie Oots and CJ Dupree led the NFL Combine with most reps of what do they do, 225 as tight ends. So, but Dylan, Robbie Oots said Ty Simpson has a skill set that people haven't seen just yet. That's what he said. So that was kind of in the news if you want to. All right. Appreciate you guys being here. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. This is a graphic courtesy of the University of Alabama. I'm sure you follow their social media pages. Let me finish out a couple of these numbers, and then we'll move on. I got a couple of things that I'm watching for in spring football. Let's see. I think I stopped on. Let's see. I got Jalen Hale, Justin. Cam Calhoun will be wearing number 9. He's a transfer coming in. Jackson Lloyd will be number 57. Number 64 will be Michael Carroll. Michael DuBose will be number 65. Cam Dewberry will be 71. Justin Jefferson 10. Jordan Renard will be number 11. Keelon Russell, who I just spoke about, will be number 12. Ivan Taylor will be number 13. Arquel Anugum. Remember Street Fighter? Who played Street Fighter up in here? Do you guys play Street Fighter? Anugum. All right. Peter Knutson will be 86. You have who was number 14? Henry? I didn't even see him before. Number 15, you got Duke Johnson, and then Latier Brooks will be number 17, and then so will Kelby Collins will be 17. He'll be on the defensive side. All right. I guess, yeah, someone asked me about Latier Brooks wearing number 17. I love it. Shit. Is he comparable to Jalen Waddle? Probably no. Who is? But, does he have that kind of skill set? And is he kind of a shake and bake type player? He looks like it from his film. The guy's already made SportsCenter not once but twice, bringing in, big-time receptions. He scored 27 or 30 touchdowns in New Jersey. It was Courtney Morgan that said he's got some shake to him when he gets the football. And that he's a slot position player. Will he play this year? I have no idea. But him rocking number 17, that's what's up. And Isaiah Bond did run a 4.4. Okay, good for him. It's funny when the Gravedigger, people talk about the Gravedigger. It's not Isaiah Bond anymore. They blocked that part out. All right, let's turn the page to spring football because it's here. Tomorrow, I have my own show. It'll be the normal show. If things change, I'll post it inside the community tab. But thank you very much, Josh Johnson and Adam, for the super chats. That's what's up. I appreciate you guys being here. We got 86 people up in the house on this beautiful Sunday evening. I hope that you made time to spend time with your family, and I hope that you were productive today. And thanks for rocking with me. So you have the new coaching staff, clearly. And we talked about the new coaching staff. And specifically, everything is going to revolve around Ryan Grubb. And you got Chuck Morrell and you got Jason Jones. Those are the new coaches that have been added to the staff. The staff is most notably kind of it's intact, and I do like the staff. We've had a show where we've talked nothing about the staff, but I think the biggest thing is number 5, and I'll kind of work my way through 1 through 5, and I'll spend some time talking about Ryan Grubb. But I think the first thing that we have to talk about, and the thing that I'm most excited to see, let me ask you before I start, what are you most excited to see from spring practice as we get through week 1? Is it the quarterbacks? Is it Ryan Grubb interview? What is it? What are you most excited to see in spring football? I'm going with the quarterbacks right off the jump. Okay, you have Ty Simpson coming in, and as Robbie Oots said, he has a skill set that people haven't seen. He's 6'2", 215 pounds. He'll now be a redshirt sophomore. That's a lot of time that he's had here to be with the Crimson Tide. Right? He's played in 16 games. No other quarterback has played that amount. Right? I mean, Austin Mack, we saw him in just one game where he did throw a touchdown. Former 5-star, people forget about that. He's super athletic, and he's projected to be the starter. Okay. Support this guy. And look, I am so excited about Keelon Russell. Right? I saw that interview. I'll talk about it in just a second. It was on Yay, Alabama. Austin Mack, big fan of the kid. I want to see more from him. All I've seen is what you guys have seen. But I want to see him work the first offense, the second offense. How does he move around the pocket? I'm curious about it, just like you guys are. Okay. But Ty Simpson, I mean, this guy, I think he has it, to be honest. And the whole thing that we were talking about Adam earlier is like, why couldn't he beat out Jalen Milroe? I don't know. You know, that's one of the things that I was wondering too. And I was one of the biggest Milroe guys, right? There's receipts out there. I was saying he's the best that there was in college football and all that stuff. And it was really hard for me to get away from that and accept kind of the regression and go for a guy like Ty Simpson. He didn't get the opportunities. He'll get the opportunities now in springtime, and I can't wait to see it, to be honest. So Ty Simpson, let me ask you, do you think that Ty Simpson will come out of spring football as a starter? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Do you think that Ty Simpson will come out of spring football as a starter? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Or do you think there won't be a quarterback that is named? I kind of think that there won't be a quarterback that is named, or at least think that there could be a theory that he's not named because that stupid transfer portal window is April 15th. So Coach Keelon DeBoer has to be creative enough to be like, you know, look, we still have a battle going into August. I wouldn't be mad at that. Right? Michael Smith, what's up, man? DJ Smitty. Alex Wilder, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. Brandon Woods, man, what's up? Brent Jarman, what's going on? Ms. Careless, I still see you rocking with us. That's what's up. Josh Johnson says it's hard to say. Look, I don't drink a lot of soft drinks, okay? I don't even drink, to be honest, okay? I'm a workout freak, to be honest, okay? But I do like a Coke Zero every now and then. So excuse me as I Coke Zero. I like, are we fans of Coke Zero? Yes or no? I like Coke Zero. All right. Austin Mack, 6'6". I think he's taller than 6'6". I really do. I think he might be like 6'8". I don't know. I've heard he's like 6'8". He's listed as 6'6", 236 pounds. He played in one game last year. It was two of three, threw a 39-yard touchdown pass to Rico Scott, another guy that I'm really excited about as well. Former four-star. He was recruited by Coach Keelon DeBoer and by Ryan Grubb. Is there anybody up in the comment box that thinks that Austin Mack is like a dark horse and that he might be the quarterback? Alex Wilder saying he likes Sprite. I didn't even know they had Pepsi Zero. I guess it makes sense. Cherry Coke? Anyone going for Austin Mack? Dark horse Austin Mack. We need some odds from Vegas on Austin Mack. Michael's saying absolutely no way. Adam Lampello, bullish on Coach Keelon DeBoer. Chris in New Jersey saying no. I don't know, man. I need to see more Austin Mack. I need to see it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Chris in New Jersey likes bourbon. Like a little old-fashioned? Yeah? If I'm going to have an old-fashioned, it's going to be with Bullet, right? Simple syrup. Oh, I get it. All right, Keelon Russell. As I was saying, I just watched an interview. Keelon Russell chopping up with Ryan Williams. I like the interview, okay? It's on Yale, Alabama. And as I'm sitting here watching these two future NFL players, you know, with great personalities, I like the interview. I'm not going to lie. And so Keelon Russell, they didn't say anything that was like earth-shattering, but they had good, you know what they had? These two? I honestly, they had good chemistry from the jump. It wasn't like these two guys are already on the same wavelength, okay? The new wave or whatever you want to call it. Keelon Russell talks about the fact that he grew up an Alabama fan, right? And then they joked, and Ryan Williams is like, when Bama call you, you got to answer. And Keelon Russell goes on further and says that this isn't an exact quote, paraphrasing here, but he says, you know, once Alabama offered, because remember, he was committed to SMU. Once Alabama offered him, the amount of offers that came after was overwhelming, right? He spoke about Coach Keelon DeBoer and Nick Sheridan in a very high regard and said that really the loyalty that these two showed him was really a big difference maker. And he tells a story. Keelon Russell says he goes to, so Coach Keelon DeBoer and Ryan Grubb show up at one of his practices, right? And Keelon Russell has a terrible practice. Like, he's throwing ducks, and it's just not his practice. And Coach Keelon DeBoer goes up to him, and they're like, man, we have seen everything that we need to see from you, and we believe that when it's your time, you're going to be the guy. So, no, it was a good article. And you know what? I had to be honest. I really do feel the only positive criticism that I'm sure you have as well, he seems a little bit light. Even in the interview, you could tell, like, you know, he's got to add some weight. Ryan Williams actually looks like he's added some weight, to be honest. He looked like, he looked bigger than he did last year. Last year, what was he, like 165 pounds or whatever? But I like, the only thing is Keelon Russell just needs to add some weight. They could do that easy. 2 months? I mean, come on. You know how easy it is to gain weight. So I think that he is here, and I think he is ready to compete. Now, you look at Alabama's football schedule. I think there's zero chance that they just throw this dude to the wolves and have him start against Florida State, who I think will be better. And look, Alabama, they didn't play well on the road last year. I don't start a freshman against, even if, like, I don't start him against Florida State. Zero chance. Maybe he gets some opportunities in games 2, 3, 4, something like that. But I do not start him against Florida State. No way. But I do play him. Who thinks inside the comment box that Keelon Russell will start against Florida State? Type Y inside the comment box if you do. Type N for no if you don't. I don't think he's going to start. He might emerge down the season because of whatever as a starting quarterback, but I don't think that he comes out of, fall camp as a starter. I just think you let him progress. And when it's his time, you give it to him. Seth King, what's up, man? He says, give Keelon Russell that Raising Cane's NIL deal. Nick, what's up, man? I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Bama Football on YouTube. I'll be live Monday through Friday, my normal time, 10 a.m. As news happens, probably have some interviews from the University of Alabama that I'll be able to run on the YouTube channel as well, chop things up, give a closer look at things. So I appreciate you guys rocking with us. Chance inside the comment box says, I think competition goes past the first game, but Ty starts versus FSU. I co-sign on that right there. And this is one of the better quarterback battles that I think we're going to experience in spring. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to see too much from A-Day just because of the transfer portal window. And I think Coach Keelon DeBoer has to be strategic in how he uses his quarterbacks, going forward. Chris from New Jersey asked what time is practice. Well, in the past, Coach Keelon DeBoer has gone to morning practices. So I'd assume it's in the morning at some point. Because Coach Saban always had his practice in the afternoon. I actually like the morning practices a little bit more. All right. Next thing that I'm looking for in spring football, I'm going just real quickly, 1 through 5, is the offensive line, okay? We have some new tabs on some of the guys. I think Jaden Hobson, this is interesting because his number is in the 40s. I've never seen an offensive lineman wear number 40, okay? It kind of seems like he might be a blocking tight end or something. I don't know. He seems like a walk-on. Anyways, these are the guys that we're watching this coming season. Cam Dewberry, he's a transfer from Texas A&M. I would imagine that he's fighting for that starting guard spot. versus Michael Carroll, the incoming 5-star that I think is just as vital as Keelon Russell to the overall health of this next group, this next wave of Alabama players under Coach Kalen DeBoer. I really do. I think Michael Carroll is that good. Also watching Geno Vandermark, he got a lot of high praise. Him and Will Sanders got some high praise from Tyler Booker recently. Will Sanders is a guy that I don't really know a lot about, didn't get a lot of opportunities. But if Tyler Booker is talking about William Sanders, you better listen up because Tyler Booker was fantastic and he's going to be a first-round draft pick. So I thought that was a good soundbite from Tyler Booker. I'm watching Casey Poe. I know a lot of you guys are watching Casey Poe. Is anyone else a Casey Poe fan inside the comment box? It kind of seemed like he's a little bit underrated in my opinion, right? Seems like Casey Poe doesn't – I think he'd probably be one of the guys we should be looking out for. And then like a guy like Rock Montgomery, right? What role is he going to go into? Because it seems like he's kind of already going to a leadership role. Will this be the year that we see a little bit more of him? But the bigger picture is, and as I spoke about many different times, Caden Proctor returns, Parker Brailsford returns, and Jaden Roberts. I mean, these three guys right here. And with those guys returning, I think that's reason to be optimistic about Alabama's offensive line. If this guy's healthy, Jaden Roberts, I mean, and you could get the most out of Will Conformi and he has like a breakthrough year, that's good. Now all you have to figure out is who's going to be that guard spot. Is it going to be Geno Vandermark? Is it going to be Michael Carroll? Is it going to be Cam Dewberry? Is Michael Carroll going to see any time at right tackle? I don't know. And who's after Will Conformi at the right tackle position? I don't know. Those are questions that I have. Those are things that I'm watching, right? Storylines. Other thing I'm watching is the entire defense. I've showed this graphic. This is one of my favorite graphics that I cooked up, right, in the last couple months. After, like, all the stars indicate guys who at one point during the season started for the Crimson Tide, okay? James Smith, I threw a star on him because he has almost 400 snaps. But my goodness, look at the defense. The only position where you don't have a star returning is the Husky position up here, okay? Everything else, all these guys started. Now, I don't know right here at this Whoop position if it's going to be John Latham or Quay, but either way, I would imagine it's Quay. I don't know. I'm watching here. Tim Keenan, James Smith, the bandit position. Yo, there might be a log jam right here for Keon Keeley. I don't know. Like, no one's jumping LT Overton, and then I think it's a battle for number 2, okay? Inside linebackers, Deontay Lawson, he's out for the springtime. Hey, Jay Bake, we talked about him a little bit this morning, or just a while ago. It looks like he might be like a blocking tight end or something like that. Let me finish with this linebacker group, though, real quick. Justin Jefferson, he came back because of Diego Pavia. Nakai Hillgreen, he came in as a transfer. These guys have a million snaps together, right? Your safeties come back. So that's why I'm excited about the defense. All those guys. I just don't know who's going to be behind these guys right here. I'm a little bit nervous about kind of the reserves. Okay. A couple more things to get to. The wide receiver room. Does it feel, besides like, me talking about the wide receivers or anybody else that's talking about the wide receivers, any of the great content creators that are out there, right, putting in the work. By the way, there's amazing people out there. Please go follow all your people. But do you feel like deep down in your soul, okay? Do you feel that this wide receiver unit will kind of be the return of the rideouts? Be like the best wide receivers that Alabama has had in quite some time? It seems like it to me. What do you think, Byron? Byron's my boy inside the comment box. Or Crimson Angel, do you guys feel that this wide receiver unit has enough talent, speed, a combination of size, quickness to be like this the return of the rideouts? I do. This guy's good, man. Isaiah Horton, they were going to be good regardless if they got him or not. I need to fix some of these jersey numbers now. I didn't even have a chance to do that. So Jalen, someone pointed this out on our Facebook channel, which, by the way, is pretty active. Alabama Crimson Tide on YouTube. Hey, West Coastin, are you still in Hong Kong? So Jalen Mbakwe, he's not number 9 anymore. He's number 3. But someone brought this out. They were like, does that mean he's not playing defense at all? Because if Keon Sabb is the returning starter and he's number 3, you can't have Jalen Mbakwe play corner or like the Husky position if Keon Sabb is on the same field at the same time, right? I thought that was an interesting observation. I didn't even think about that. Right? Yeah, I don't really have a lot of issues with the wide receiver room as well. So I got to update all the New Jersey numbers or whatever. I know Derek Meadows is wearing number 30 after his late brother that passed away, and Latsier Brooks is wearing number 17, and then Jalen Hill will be wearing number 8. Tony's like not as bullish on the wide receiver room just yet. That's understandable. Couple more things to get through. And then truth be told, after this, I'm going to play some Mario Kart. All right. We play Mario Kart around here. Play for keeps. All right. And the biggest thing I think that we're all looking forward to overall is Ryan Grubb as the new offensive coordinator at the University of Alabama. When discussing Ryan Grubb for the Alabama Crimson Tide, this was a guy that was supposed to come originally when Coach Keelon DeBoer first got here. And I think why we're excited about Ryan Grubb is because he understands the schematics of new age college football to be able to work with the quarterback to get the running back fed, to get the wide receivers fed, and to really continue to elevate this Alabama brand of Alabama offense where we want it to go. And I think that really impacted Alabama in a negative way this past season when they didn't have Ryan Grubb. I really do. And I feel that with Ryan Grubb, now back with Coach Keelon DeBoer, you'll have that synergy. And I get it. You still have Nick Sheridan. He's going to be working with the quarterbacks, and he's listed as a co-offensive coordinator or whatever. But I think Ryan Grubb is a gigantic home run for Alabama football. Out of all the things that happened recently, I think the two biggest things that Coach Keelon DeBoer did recently was get Keelon Russell to commit to the Crimson Tide, and that kind of spurred a wave of high-level prospects to help the Crimson Tide finish within the top 3. But also on top of that was getting Ryan Grubb to come to Tuscaloosa. I don't know all the parameters and if it's true that his family didn't want to be here. I don't know all that stuff. But I do know that Coach Keelon DeBoer and Ryan Grubb, when those two guys have been together, they have won a lot of high-level football games. And I'll say this, and you guys know this is the truth. The first guy that wanted Ryan Grubb before we even knew about any of this coaching staff was Coach Saban. And that goes a long way. And seeing how Coach Keelon DeBoer has connected with these players already and now bringing in Ryan Grubb, I'm excited about it, to be honest. So that's why I have a lot of optimism about Ryan Grubb now being here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, working with Alabama's offense. And that's probably after the quarterback competition to see these guys work. Overall, I want to see what Ryan Grubb does with the offense. And truth be told, I don't think we're going to be able to truly understand that until Alabama starts playing actual games. And that's fine. It's going to take some time for him to kind of instill what he wants to do. And I'm not worried about what went right or what went wrong with the Seattle Seahawks, because I kind of looked at 2023 Washington, 2022 Washington, and I saw everything that I needed to see. And that was a high-level coach doing high-level things in Washington. And look, while those teams were fantastic that he had at Washington, that 2023 team was great. He has a lot more components here at the University of Alabama, a lot more resources at the University of Alabama. And I think with the young quarterback in grooming Keelon Russell and Ryan Grubb now here, this is going to be, let's call it a quantum leap for Alabama in year 2 under Coach Keelon DeBoer. I hope you guys are excited for spring football coverage. I will keep you posted as news happens. I will bring it right here to Bama Football on YouTube. There's interviews. I'll bring those as well. from the university. Please go and support all the great content creators. Please support Yay Alabama if you're in a position to do so. If you're in a position to support Bama football on YouTube right here, then I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much for watching me tonight on Sunday. I hope that you had a blessed day. I hope that you get quality sleep tonight. I hope that you've had time to spend time with your family, be productive, or if you just put your feet up today, that's what's up. Stay where your feet are at. Be grounded. Enjoy this beautiful thing we call life. I have so much gratitude for being able to be here on Bama Football on YouTube. Coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, Monday, 10 a.m. Central Time.